So the radius and exponent that I talked about the other time is the same thing they are explaining on this slide. We have the radius to be 222 all through here. Then we have the exponents to be this. They now do the same thing as we did on the notepad, and they use that to calculate 192 here for you to see how to get the binary. So the same thing goes for everything they've been doing here. If you follow that method, you're going to get the same thing. Now, this IP hardware that we are talking about, we have it into 5 classes. I'm still coming back to those ones. We have it into what? 5 classes. We have class A, class B, class C, class D, class E. Class A, class B, class C, class D, class E. Class A, please, there's a way I want you to get this thing. Don't just write everything on the board directly like that. Class A starts from any number from 1 to 7. That is for class A. For class A, any number from 1 to 7. Some textbook you will see 1 to 6. You've seen it before, right? But that's not correct. The reason why I said it is not correct is that class B will still start at where? 128. So where is now 127? If it is not in class A, if class A starts at 126 and class B starts at 128, where is 127? If you don't ask them, they will put it there that class 127 is what? Reserved. It is only 127 that is reserved in IPV4 address. We have so many addresses that are reserved. So they were, I don't know why they come up with that thing or how that thing came out, I don't know, but the correct one is 1 to what? 127. Class A. For class B, when you see a number from 128 to 191, that is class B. For class C, when you see number from 192 to 223, that is class C. For class D, when you see number from 224 to 239, that is class D. When you see number from 240 to 255, that is for class E. Now, from class A to C, those ones are the ones that can be used in organizations. The remaining, like D and E, they are reserved for some special purpose. Class D is for multicast, while class E is for research and experimental. Those are used by some special.
Class E is for?
Class E is for research and experimental. Research and experimental. That is why they put here that's not available. They are not available to use by organizations. I don't want to just say private organizations, because it's not as if they are for private organizations actually, but they are for other organizations that are not into research, experimental and all that, right? Okay. So, but D and E, they are reserved for some special purposes. Now, which means these ones, they are out of it, right? Now, the A to C that is now available for organizations to use. Let me do something at first. Based on this arrangement, if you see an IP address of this type, what class is this? You look at the first octet. You understand? You can have something like this: 1.192.168.1. Which class is this? Class A. Class A. Now, which class is this? Class C. Which class is this? A. Yes. Now, which class is this? Experimental. Class E. Class what?
So it's not above value.
So it is invalid. Invalid. 256. It cannot be more than 255. It is invalid. Okay? So that is how to identify the class of an IP address. Now, with this one, class A to C, that is now available for organizations to use. This is now shared between two people. Who are these people? People who want to create network locally within their organization. You know, just like maybe in this class now, we have 10 systems and we want to network the 10 systems. You know, the only thing you need to do is to get maybe a switch, access point, right? Then plug all of them to that switch or access point, assign IP address to them. They will start sharing resources. But where are you going to get IP address to allocate to them? So that one, there are like some addresses that are for them. So that is why I said from this A to C, this one is now shared between two group of people. People who want to create network locally within their site or domain, and people who want to be rendering network service to people. They are called Internet Service Provider, ISP. So because all those ISPs actually, what they sell is IP address. So now let's go to there. That is why we have what is called public and private IPV4 addresses. Public and private IPV4 addresses. Private address blocks are what? Hosts that do not require access to the internet can use private addresses. You want to create network within a domain or a site that they are not going to the internet. You just want them to be sharing resources. Maybe you have a server which you want all of them to be storing things and getting things from the server. within the organization or within a particular site or domain, then you pick from any of these private address blocks. So now in class A, we have what in class A? We have IP address that looks like this: 10.0.0.0 to 10.255.255.255. That is the beginning of 10 and the end of 10. Because you know that IP address is something like this. Like for this one now, that is 10.0.0.0. The next one after this one will be 10.0.0.1. The next one will be 10.0.0.2. That's how you be going. At some point, you come here, right? This one it will become 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. When it gets to 125, it becomes 2. Then it will be going like that: 2, 3, 4, 5. When this one to get to 255, this one to get to 255, then you move to this place. Okay. So that is for class A. That is for class A. For class B, we have 172.16.0.0. From that to where 172.31.255.255. That is, the beginning is from 16 and end at the end of 31. For class C, it is 192.168.0.0 to 192.168.255.255. That is the beginning of 192.168 to the end of that 192.168. That is for private address blocks. Any other one apart from all those ones, they are either for public IP address that can be assigned by internet service provider, or it is one of the reserved addresses. You know, for instance, you know, in that class A, the entire 127 is reserved. There's nothing you can use that one for. They have been pre-allocated to use by some things, so they are reserved. Okay, so now let's look at some of these reserved addresses. Anyone that is not in all these reserved addresses, that means they belong to where? Public address blocks. So let's look at them one by one. Special use IPv4 addresses. We have one that is called network and broadband addresses. This one, within each network, the first and last addresses cannot be assigned to host. This one we are coming back to it later. We have what is called loopback address. Loopback address is 127.0.0.1 localhost. You can also type localhost on your browser and access this. When you do this one, it's a special address that hosts use to direct traffic to themselves. For instance, if I have a site that I'm developing and I want to view the site on my system, I can use this address to do that. If I just put it there, that address, the localhost, or this address slash the folder where I put the site, then it will show whatever that is inside it. Then we have one that is called local link address. You can see local link address is 169.24.0.0 to 169.254.255.255. This address can be automatically assigned to the local host. We have testnets. Testnet is 192.2.0.2.0 to 192.0.2.255. Then the experimental addresses, I talk about it, 240 to what? To 255. So please take note of that.
So, sorry. Is it necessary for us to know all these things up front?
It's not. I don't think so. Well, though, as you are doing it every time, you will memorize it. The one I would say you need to memorize is that the arrangement from A to E. That one, if you don't know it, is a very serious thing. You need to know it that way. But to know all the reserved addresses are, I don't know. People, because the memory is there. their own memory is like maybe.
You can't do it. If it is in school, you have to
yes, because lecturer will just come and pick question from. See, those ones are just wicked. Don't mind them. They are just wicked because even they know that you can't. It's not possible to cram everything. So here, what we need actually is have the knowledge and be able to apply it. Because nobody will want to employ you and be asking you some of this. I said if you want to write the exam, I'm not doubting that you may need. No, but once you know, like this one, so you know that we have mentioned this one that it is reserved, right? The experimental is reserved. So, and they are not much. Those reserved ones are not even much. The whole of 127, you see, address 127 to the end are what? Reserved. So the whole of 127 is reserved. Then part of class C is also reserved, and this is part of class B. This is part of class C. It's also reserved. Others, they are for public IP. Now, that about IPRS. Now we then have what is called types of transmission. Types of transmission. In the types of transmission, we have what is called Unicast Transmission in IPV4. IPV4, Unicast, broadcast, and multicast. An IPV4 network, the host can communicate in one of these three different ways. Unicast is one-to-one communication. Look at this host want to communicate with this host. That is one-to-one communication. The process of sending packet from one host to another individual host. That is a unicast. So that's why I usually use the word one-to-one. One-to-one. Then we have multicast. Multicast is like one to let me say many. One to many. This is multicast. The process of sending a. Should I go back to that first one? Do I need to go back there? No. Okay, now the process of sending a packet from one host to a selected group of hosts. Just like if I say, okay, people from here to here, the one I'm talking to now, selected group of hosts, not everybody. That is multicast. So possibly in a different network, it is used to reduce what? Traffic and reserved for addressing multicast groups. The multicast is 224 to 239. So part of it we have what is called link local, example of routing information achieved by routing protocols, global scope addresses, and some other protocols like network time protocol. That is for multicast. The last one now is broadcast. Broadcast is the process of sending a packet from one host to all hosts in the network. That is one to all. I said multicast is from one to many. My broadcast is from one to all. This one I'm doing now is what is called broadcast, because I'm talking to everybody in this class. I'm not talking to a selected group of people or just one person. So that is broadcast. No wonder TV stations, they call themselves what? Broadcasting stations. I'm talking to everybody, general public. Okay?